good morning. So this morning what I'm going to do is I'm going to run the sunrise, which happened about over an hour ago now already. And I'm going to cover the screen up because apparently yesterday there was a rabbit stealing the show, and I didn't know it till afterwards. And everybody is watching the rabbit instead of watching the important stuff that I was talking about. Yeah. Anyway, I did come back to the model table yesterday, and I did get a little bit of progress made here on our turrets, and I do have the cell phone with me this time, or cordless phone rather. I do have a cell phone, but it's not a smartphone. It's one of those old-fashioned flip phones. But it's really handy for me because all I ever do is I just take it with me for emergencies. It's one of those $10 a month things. And I use it so little that what it does is the $10 rolls over. If you don't use the phone, it rolls over to the next month. And I've got around going on $300 credit because I don't use the phone. I've been thinking of upgrading and just taking the SIM card out of my old one and put it into a smartphone, and I think I might do that. But I really don't need a smartphone. Well, maybe I do and I don't know it. Anyway, let's just sort of peel back. I've been saying page back. Or roll back. I've been saying roll back, but I think because I've been using this peel in my transitions, that maybe we'll start calling it peel back. So let's peel back to yesterday and see how we got to this place. Okay, just a quick update here this afternoon. And what I did was I cleaned off the rest of the parts here, and I put together the other two turrets that we have to assemble in step number 10. And yes, I was checking, and on the bottom there is places to show where to drill the holes. I guess if you're building the Nelson, you have to drill more holes because anyway. Yeah, we just gotta wait now for this to dry. I glued these end pieces on about not even half an hour ago. So I want to give them a little bit more time before I put the shells on and get the barrels centered and so on. Now this piece is exactly the way you saw it at the end of episode 1140, yesterday's episode, and I haven't touched it yet, but I'm quite sure it's safe to handle. And what we have to do is get the shell off, and well, I guess we could do it now. It's coming off quite easily. It just wants to fall off. Now, I'm still not going to want to be giving a lot of stress on these to see how strong they are, because I'm sure I could twist them out of shape. One thing I was noticing when I glued this piece on the other two, I used the quick setting, and I was very surprised at how quickly it set. Very, very quickly. It's incredibly fast. When they say quick setting, boy, do they mean quick setting. And that viewer who said that you can build a model really fast if you use this because it dries instantly, well, it's almost instant. It's almost instant. Just let me recompose here. Okay. Once again, rather than getting my fingers in your way to hold it down, I'll use this file here. That seemed to work pretty good before. Now, I don't want to give the wrong impression here. It's not as fast as the CA glue extra thin. You know, that Bob Smith stuff. But it like I say, it really surprised me how quick it got rigid, which is what we're going to be doing right now. I'm just going to give it one more swab here. And I'm putting just a little bit of pressure on it there just to, so that the, okay. No, I'm not stopping the camera or doing anything like that. But let's just test it out here. It, like I say, I just want to check and make sure that I've got it at 90 degrees here. It's getting to the place where I can't change it anyway unless I re-moisturize it. So, anyway, yeah. So, did I make it clear? Did I beat this to death, how quick this stuff sets? Now, I was getting ready to try and reinforce some of these connections here, but I can see, it might be a little difficult for you to see, but I can see where the plastic, oh, don't move it now, has melded in all the stress points, if you know what I mean. Like the shaft has melded to this part and to this part, as well as the bushing part of the barrel of the breech, and undoubtedly it's also melded underneath here. So I don't think I need to try and reinforce this. I think it's going to be okay just the way it is. Okay, I have glued up the barrels the same way as I did this one here for step 9. Now these are for step 10. And the shells are loose, so we can take them off because, as you remember, we have to drill holes for the catapult. Now I'm noticing we have to make a couple of little lifeboats here of some sort. I don't know if they have pegs on the bottom. I haven't seen them yet, F14 and 13. Well, I guess 13 would have the pegs on the bottom. Anyway, we'll probably be dealing with that tomorrow now. Now, what was I going to say here? Oh yeah, I think that being as we don't have to do anything now on the inside of this. There is a hole already here, but it's for the gun that we made. And I think it's probably safe now to carefully glue this together. Okay, now what I'm thinking is that maybe just in case something goes wrong, it might be a good idea to not glue it real well. And yet on the other hand, I can imagine that if we did accidentally break one of these loose somehow, that we could probably glue it to the side of the turret there and it would stay in place. I don't think we're going to have a problem. Anyway, let's just carefully do that here. I'm just going to let the glue wick its way in the seam there. This stuff is so terribly thin, it just almost instantly follows the sort of like a capillary, or what do you want to call it? Oh, gotta go. Get the phone. Okay, we're back here. Somebody wanted me to join a political party. Nope, not gonna happen. Okay, I think this is probably about 3 or 4 minutes has passed here. Feels a little bit loose right there. Now I guess probably some of you are wondering, what is my political persuasion? Well, it sort of varies. It's 1 year is one. Oh gee, there's the phone again. Sorry, gotta go. Okay, you know Murphy's Law, right? I've had my cordless phone here at the model table most of the day. And a little while ago, I took it back into the computer room and I stuck it on the charger. And I figured I'm not going to need this anymore. And then I get two calls. Well, the second one, I got to the phone in the kitchen a little bit too late, and now my answering machine is beeping. I got a feeling it was the same person calling me again by mistake, because the voice sounded really familiar, and then he hung up. So, anyway, I think I'm going to call it quits here for this evening, folks. This one is done, as far as I know. I don't think we forgot anything except we got to put the 3 life rafts on the back and a ladder up the front here. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a sort of a little ladder along the top there. I wonder why they'd have a ladder on a flat surface like that. I guess maybe something to hang on to as the ship was rocking back and forth. Yeah, I can see that. That'd be kind of slippery. Anyway, we'll see you in the morning, all being well. It is morning, and all is well. Now, I've got an idea going on here. I'm going to cut 6 little pieces here, probably about 4 millimeters long. Now, I only think this is going to work because I haven't actually tried it yet. Okay, now, it's too late to do anything about reinforcing this one because we glued it up. And I'd probably bust this all out of shape here if I tried to take it apart. So I'm just going to have to be careful. But my thinking is, for these remaining 2, okay, now for the remaining 2, the connection is a little bit weak right there, you might say. Not real weak, but a little bit weak. So what I was thinking of is that when the shell is on, you can't see in here anyway. Like, you can't see in behind. You'll notice that, oh, by the way, this thing here, I don't think it's to do anything except to, if you do look through the place where the blast bags are. And speaking of blast bags, Andy sent a comment saying that he didn't think that the Nelson-class battleships had blast bags. So I commented back that said, well, to the effect of, well, my not putting them on is, I'm going to be correct by accident, if you know what I mean. And, so I think that the idea is that this thing is so that when you look in there, you don't see way into the back and it looks hollow. That's the only thing I can think of. Anyway, where are we going here? I'm starting to ramble. Let's say we took one of these things here now. I'm trying to hold it so you can see it. And we just sort of lay this in behind here somewhere. I got to handle this carefully now. I got to remember this is. I just lay it in there. Okay, like that. Then we take some quick setting here, and we just let it wick its way in. Okay. Now this is just an idea I've got going on here. It might not be a good idea. Now that's going to liquefy the plastic there, and okay, I'm just going to do the other 5 barrels the same way. And as Paul was saying, we're having a barrel of fun. Okay. Oh, by the way, Andy, thank you for telling me that I don't need blast bags. I feel better now. Okay, I'm just going to do the rest of these. Now, a moment ago, I was thinking, okay, we can drill holes in the top of one of these shells for the. I think that possibly this hole and this hole might be for the life raft. I'm not sure. I still haven't checked to see what the F-13 looks like. Doesn't matter. We're getting ahead of ourselves. And then probably, I'm thinking this hole right here. Really get something a little sharper here. This hole here and this hole here are the ones we drill out for the catapult. But we're getting ahead of ourselves here because we haven't actually finished step 9. And may as well finish this gun. Now, earlier I was thinking I'm going to probably use the helping hands here somehow to hold on to this carefully. And then we'll let gravity be our friend here. And we'll just put these in place. And I don't know if you can see it or not, but yeah, there's a little thingy right here. I should have the macro lens on, shouldn't I? Okay, and it goes forward, so I have to position this something like this, and it's just going to, gravity is our friend, right? And then I'll use get it in place and use some of the quick setting again. Yeah, I'm really liking this quick setting. I'm glad I bought it. You know, I was really pleased already with the extra thin, but I think I like this better for. Yeah, okay. This meshes up pretty good, doesn't it? When you drop that in place, it's nice and flush from the top of the turret to the top of this whatever it is. Well, it's part of the rangefinder. It's probably an internal rangefinder or sight. Yeah, or both. Okay, let's stop flapping our lips here and get ourselves recomposed and glue these on. Okay, now the little peephole has to be forward. Okay, let's slip on the macro lens. That second one was a little bit more than I had planned, but it will evaporate. Unfortunately, it will also, I know some people don't think it will, but it will take some of the rivets that are on the other side there. Like you'll notice that I've got a little rivet right here and a little rivet right here. Well, on the other side, there's the same thing. I don't think you can see it because this thing is blocking it. But it will dissolve them slightly so that they won't be quite as distinct. Although it's making a liar out of me at the moment because I'm looking at it and it had pooled completely over the rivet on the other side. And it is that small amount. It looked like a huge amount in the macro lens, but that small amount has evaporated already. In all likelihood, I I could probably pick this whole thing up now by this. But I'm not going to try, just in case it pulled apart and got itself all stringy, if you know what I mean. Now, I don't know. You can see it better than I can. Does it look straight? And this is the rivet here that I was concerned about. It does look a little bit rounded over. It's not quite as distinct as it was. Okay, I have done the other side pretty much the same way. I tried to put a little bit less on. Not that we're going to notice that rivet is, kind of dissolved away. Now, the plan here is we're going to try and use the helping hands again. Now, I don't want to be dropping this. Probably going to have to readjust everything. But once again, I want to let gravity be our friend when we put these life rafts in place here. So just let me recompose here. Who is it who does this with their fingers? I've seen it a lot, actually. I'm developing this habit myself now. Okay, now our manual is not real clear here, as I was mentioning, I think it was in yesterday's episode. So we're just going to have to, wing it. And if you'll recall, just let me get my other eyes going here. Okay, we were going to put the where the sprue connection was, we were going to have that down. Yeah. Okay, so it's going to have to go something like this. Now, you know what? Let's find that. Remember, there was a drawing that I think his name is Carlo had done, and we'll see where did he position these things. Were they? Well, let's just look at it instead of talking about it. Anyway, right now this is positioned best for the center one, and then we'll tilt it over to do this one and tilt it the other way to do this one. At least that's the plan. But let's find that drawing. Well, I'm afraid we're going to have to find that drawing in tomorrow's episode. Time has gotten away on me here. Thanks for watching, everybody. And all being well, we'll see you tomorrow.